Hey y'all, I'm Shauna. Welcome in. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of De-Influencing Myself. I refuse to buy dumb shit. Today, we are feeling a little extra sassy. It's a bit of a weird mood. I'm not feeling the best, feeling a little under the weather. And we have tea today, just hitting. I haven't shown my beautiful blue mug in a while, so we're back showing her today. So we're going to talk some shit today. That always makes me feel better too, De-influencing myself, being sassy. It's great fun over here. So today I'm going to talk about some things I've been really wanting to buy. Things just want to click check out on, but I refuse because it's dumb. It's not now. Like there isn't a good reason for it. So I'm making this video to share some of that thought process with you. Some accountability. Let's stop talking. Let's get started. Subscribe to get more content like this delivered right to your inbox, which I think is especially relevant because it's Black Friday coming up. Let's go. The first category is stationery. And if you saw Monday's video, this kind of category is not going to be news to you. So this is a big category. There's lots of stuff in here, a lot of dumb shit, a lot of maybe not dumb shit, but like, you don't need it at this moment kind of stuff. Or it might be better to wait at the very least. So I have been wanting to buy planners. And it is that time of year where we're getting all of the planner releases, like all the planner stuff releases in September and October. And I kind of kept the blinders on for September, but I took them off for October. There's so many new planner releases. Moxie Life released their planner in October. Hobonichi released their planners in September. Amanda Rach Lee released her Doodle planner in October. Happy Planner, they're always releasing stuff. They have a bunch of new stuff. Who else? Oh, Power Sheets. No, Cultivate What Matters. They released their collection in, I think, mid-September. Like just tons and tons and tons of releases. The Amanda Rach Lee planner, I really wanted for the bullet journaling aspect of it because I enjoy bullet journaling, and her planner is basically like bullet journaling if you're not good at art. Like all of her spreads look like somebody did the art because she did it and you get to color it in, which is like super fun. And I like the coloring it in aspect. It just really appeals to me. And it also appeals to my Bujo sensibilities. And then I was on Erin Condren, and Erin Condren, nothing super new released there as far as I'm aware. The Erin Condren planners, I just want so bad because they're just so beautiful, especially the bold plumes layouts. There's like flowers on the inside. Oh my God. It's just so pretty. It's like, I can acknowledge I will not use any of these planners in the way that they are intended because I already have my system that works for me. None of them are it. I want most of the stuff because it's pretty or for aspirational reasons. I've been able to not buy this stuff because I've been able to remind myself that you already have a planner system or a planning system that works for you, that is like literally perfect for your needs. You don't need any of this. Moxie Life and Power Sheets do have options that aren't their planners. They have like separate options that are just for goal setting kind of stuff. And those would be the most ideal options. And what I decided to do before considering either of those is to test out some free stuff that I got from Moxie Life, free printables, see how that goes for a few weeks, learn what works or what doesn't with that system, and then I can iterate and go from there because there's no sales going on in either of those two companies. So if I wait, I'll either learn or get it on sale. And if I buy it full price, I'll still have more information based on the things I'm trying out now. If you want to hear more about that, check out Monday's video because I talk more in depth about those two kind of planner systems. Those are the only two that would make some kind of sense, but which one, if any, really is going to depend on how my month of experimenting goes. I can acknowledge that a big part of why I wanted any of these new planner launches are for fantasy reasons, aspirational reasons, because I like the idea of being organized. I like the idea of setting goals and achieving goals. I like the idea of like being different and starting something different and like just achieving stuff. I love the idea of being organized, and planners are symbols of those things. And there's something that you can buy right now that are representative of who I want to be and that ideal version. I like the idea of who I could be as a planner, right? Like neat, clean, organized, thorough, streamlined, on top of my life, somebody who is striving, somebody who's with it, somebody who's got their shit together. I like those things as ideas. I like to be that kind of person, and buying something gives me tangible action or a tangible step towards being that person. So I tell myself, or so it feels, when in reality, I can be all of those things without buying anything. We're in the time of year where the not now but later technique is, just for me personally, it's a really prime example. So for all of this stuff, I'm saying we're going to reevaluate for Black Friday, because Black Friday is coming up and I do get that chance to reevaluate. Like, I'm not just going to suddenly forget it's Black Friday. It's not forgettable. So it's something that's real on my mind, being like, I know I'm not tricking myself. I know that I can reevaluate in a few weeks once Black Friday comes about. And I've wanted this stuff for several weeks at this point, and I can already feel that desire decrease. Like, I already feel more logical and just more willing to listen to reason and logic, and also buying into trying some of the free stuff that I've already kind of set out for myself. I like color coded all of my printables, and like I colored them in. I've really been working on it because buying into the technique that I'm using is just like in my best interest, because as I've already mentioned, I'll either learn information and not buy anything, which is great. Alternatively, I'll learn that something is for me and I can buy it. And by giving that trial my full attention, giving it, like buying in, giving it 100% is not only fun, but I'm like giving myself the best chance to succeed. So that's been working. That's been great. I'm glad that I'm listening to my own advice and working on developing the habits, or working through free alternatives where I get the opportunity to see how these systems might work in my life before buying anything. And I also feel like I'm being relatively honest about what I want and why I want it. Being able to admit that this is a time of year where I very typically, well, like clockwork, want planner stuff. This happens every single year. I can acknowledge that. And so I just kind of feel like being honest with myself helps me face some of the realities. And also, I'm judging myself less for the stuff that I want. I used to not want to be honest with myself because I would judge myself for what I wanted. But now I find myself being really honest, and I feel more able or capable of being honest, more open to being honest, because I don't find myself judging myself for wanting this stuff. Yeah, I can say that I'm talking shit to you, but that's not like actually how I'm thinking about myself in reality. I'm not saying like, oh, all of this is so dumb and I'm a dumb person. I can acknowledge that this isn't stuff that I need. This isn't stuff that's really serving a purpose. I'm wanting it. I'm getting caught up in it. And like, it's okay to want stuff, and it's okay to be honest about wanting stuff. That doesn't necessarily mean that you can buy it or that you should buy it. More in the plannerverse, or in like the stationery universe, stickers and washi tape. I was on the Happy Planner website, and I never really went on there much because I just assumed that they either didn't ship to Canada or that shipping would be astronomical. And I think shipping was like $10. And they also display things in Canadian dollars. So I was really happy about that. And they have so many sticker books. I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. I put 10 sticker books in my cart, and it was just kind of fun to be like, this is what I would hypothetically buy. And I put all the sticker books in the cart. And then I came back like a week later, and I calculated how many stickers I would bring in at once. It was something like 8,000 or 9,000 stickers. And if I used 5 stickers a week. I'm going to say I realized it would take me years to finish up all the stickers that I wanted. So I had my fun, and then I just kind of left. I am considering getting like a sticker book or two for Black Friday, and I was thinking of setting aside like maybe $50 for stickers that I could buy on Black Friday. And if I give myself a budget like that, like here's $50, you can spend it wherever you want on stickers. It is okay to spend money on your hobbies or on your interests if you have budget for them. And I did put together my November budget, and $50 for stickers is in the budget. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and I have a couple weeks to think about it. One of the reasons why I was okay giving myself sticker budget is because I have a pack of stickers that I've been working through. Believe it or not, I started the year with like 100 stickers, and I have about 15 left. I have been regularly using my stickers throughout the year. Like I have proven a track record over 7 months. I think I talked about stickers a few months back, just being like, I don't need it. I have so much I can use already. I need to build a track record. Well, I spent the whole year doing that. And so I feel pretty good about buying stickers now. I also expressed earlier this year in wanting to buy some washi tape. And I remembered some stuff. Like I have a little art bin, mostly has paint in it. But I was like, you know what? I want to go through that one more time because maybe there's some stuff in there. And I found this sticker sheet, which was so fun. Not like my ideal stickers, but I just so thoroughly enjoyed having new stickers because I just have these like not faux, they're like plant photo stickers. They're like realistic stickers. And I don't like a lot of the flowers. They just are not attractive looking to me. So I don't enjoy using them all that much. But these, I like more because they're new to me. They feel, and they're a different aesthetic. They're just so much fun. And I'm also enjoying using my backstock. I found these last week. So I've done, like a week and a half's worth of spread, and this is what I've used. And I'm excited to keep using them. I also found some washi tape. I thought I was out. Here are my rolls. Here's what's left. If you've been here since the low buy bingo days, these are the washi tapes I used together or part of the washi tapes I used to put together the low buy bingo board. And my memory of putting that together was, or at least I thought that I finished all the washi tapes. I think I had 4, maybe 5, and I finished 1 for sure, but I thought I finished them all, and I still have these left. So I started using them in my bullet journal spreads, and they've been so fun. Holy shit. I've just been like putting the fucking tape everywhere. It's been so much fun. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So because these two are like floral designs, I do want to get a like solid, so I can like layer tapes together. I think that would be fun. And if I can buy one, but that's going to be part of my little like stationery budget if I do spend stuff on like Black Friday. So I'm going to be thinking about that as well. The stickers and the washi is not like stupid, you shouldn't buy it. The planner stuff I know that I won't use is the stuff that just doesn't make sense to me, even though there's like a shoot off of that, of planners and such that like could make sense depending on how my experimentation goes. The last thing to talk about in the stationery category are some journals that I wanted. And what kind of sparked that is that I'm almost finished with my regular journal, and I was looking at some options to replace it. The last time I replaced it, I honestly didn't have a lot of money, and so I just went to the dollar store and bought a spiral bound notebook for $1.25, and it served my purposes. But now that I have a little bit more budget to play with, I was looking at some options online, and I found this web store called Papier, and they have really pretty journals and notebooks, agendas that, have lots of customizable features. They're about $30, which is like definitely more expensive than what I bought before. But in the terms of like the notebook kind of journal space, it's on par with a lot of products that aren't customizable. I really like the designs of the covers, and they have lined options as well as dot grid options. And once I saw the dot grid options, I went, hey, I could also replace my bullet journal. And because I like these journals so much, or I like the covers so much, I got so excited about them, and also the idea of buying 2 instead of 1. But when I thought about it a little bit more, I realized that my bullet journal is just, it's not ready to be replaced. I suspect that my notebook will be finished just on the pace that I'm using it, will be finished before November is over. My bullet journal has several more months left in it. I mean, I caught myself and I realized that I was just like, I was feeling kind of spendy and wanting to spend my money in replacing my bullet journal. Didn't make a whole lot of sense. And so I went and I just like looked through my bullet journal, and I was like touching it and looking at it. And my bullet journal sits on my desk, so it's not even though like I'm separated from it. But after I posted my Sephora video where I like went through my physical stuff while I was looking at my online cart, doing that while I was looking at the bullet journal I wanted to buy, touching the cover, flipping through the pages, like physically, tangibly holding the thing, made me feel a little nostalgic. I'm not quite sure what the word is about my current setup, because I spent all that time picking out the stickers for my bullet journal, and it's really reflective of interests of 2024. It's like a little time capsule, and I just love it so much. I love all my stickers so much. Like, this happened, I picked all my stickers out not that long ago. I remember the process and the stickers that I wanted, and I get so much joy looking at that cover and looking at all those stickers. It's just totally decentivized me from wanting to replace it, from wanting to buy a new thing, because of how much I love it. And I thought about, like, let's just say it finished today. I would be kind of sad to have to replace it and buy something new. This just showed me a real life example of how keeping my eyes on things that I want really affects my own contentment with my own stuff. Because when I just paid it a modicum of attention, I was reminded like that of how much I love it and just how special it is to me, and that like I'm kind of attached to it, you know? Like, I don't want to get rid of it. So like, why am I trying to rush the process? Why am I trying to look towards the next thing to buy when I still have tons of life in my bullet journal, and I could also spend the rest of its life appreciating it and enjoying it? So I'm glad I had that reminder. Okay, next up, we're going to talk about something that is actually kind of insane. Like, I need to tell you about the insanity of this. I got a notification from Spotify in October. The Devil Wears Prada was playing at the Danforth Music Hall venue in Toronto on November 2nd. It's past November 2nd now. This happened before. And I freaked out immediately. I was like, oh my God, it's the Devil Wears Prada. They're playing near me. Oh my God, I'm going to call my brother. We're going to go. It's going to be so cute. This is like one of the most insane things that I could have like put on this list, because I caught myself. I really did. I caught myself and I was like, hold on. You have not regularly listened to their music since like 2012. I checked in on them recently, which is why Spotify recommended it to me, and I was listening to their newer stuff. They're doing slightly more singing than they were in the past. I didn't listen to all of their, like, all the stuff that I missed over the past decade, but I listened to a little bit of it, and they were much more like screamo back in the day. And I'm not up and up on all of the terms, but they have like a very specific style, which I don't like today. I don't like a lot of screamo today. I don't like a lot of that genre. I don't like a lot of emo music. It's just not my scene anymore. I do enjoy a pop punk moment, like I do. My tastes have changed. So not only am I not aware of their current offerings, but I don't like any of their old offerings either. So what the am I going to do at a concert? Tell me, what am I going to do at this concert? Am I going to have a good time? Probably not. The reason why I wanted to go is because I was remembering nostalgia. I was remembering going to my first concert as a kid, and as a kid, really. I was like 13 with my brother who took me. It was my first show and it was like a cute time. One of my core memories, like one of my core sibling memories, it means so much to me to this day. I wanted this purely on nostalgia. I feel like one of the first iterations of this video, I mentioned wanting the Devil Wears Prada band t-shirt because of nostalgia, this kind of thing. And it's just not my jam anymore. And I do feel particularly wrapped up in nostalgia because I've been hearing about a whole bunch of different like shows I've been hearing about a lot of different shows or thinking about them. Like Warped Tour announced that they're coming back, which is not really. So I've just been kind of in this moment. I also have been listening to some Under Oath lately because they did a collaboration. The country music artist who I listen to, Michael Tenpenny. I think it's Michael Tenpenny. His last name is Tenpenny, which was one of like the wildest collaborations in my mind. And so I've just been kind of in this sphere and just kind of feeling seeped and like wrapped in nostalgia. I can feel nostalgic of my youth. That's totally cool. I can listen to some of that music and get a little bit of an outlet and it'll pass. But we're not going to go to the show. We're not going to spend money on stuff that we're not actually going to like. Next up are some t-shirts. If you've been here for a while, you'll know my obsession with t-shirts. I love a t-shirt. I just love a t-shirt. It's like one of my favorite clothing items. I ripped the seams of 2 t-shirts, like the underarm seams of 2 separate t-shirts within a month. And I wear my t-shirts into the ground. And part of that is I just love it so much. I was filming some stuff for a video and I walked into a mall and I walked into an Abercrombie and they had t-shirts out and I was like feeling them and I went, oh my God, they're so soft. They're so cute. They're so beautiful. And I just like, I wanted them so badly. And then I left the store and I didn't buy it. I knew that I didn't need them. And I knew that like went against a lot of things. The reason for being at the mall, the no new clothes challenge, like a lot of that stuff. And so I was able to walk away. But I came home, and I just felt this like, oh, you could totally use some more t-shirts. You need a new white t-shirt. I was trying to tell myself I needed more t-shirts. I need a new white t-shirt. I need a new gray t-shirt. Your t-shirts are ripping. Like, I don't need more t-shirts. Like maybe spring, summer, maybe. But as of right now, no, most especially if we are going into winter where I am wearing t-shirts less. And even under sweaters like this, I'm wearing more long sleeve shirts. And if I needed anything, it would be more long sleeve t-shirts, not regular t-shirts. I don't really need either. But I'm saying if there were a case, it would be for the long sleeve tee, not the regular t-shirt that I'm wearing less and less daily because it's just getting colder. No, ma'am, we're not buying t-shirts that we don't need at this time of year. I'm so sorry, but like we don't need it. The last fashion item are new running shoes. One day, a couple weeks ago, I went out for a walk and I have these pink running shoes that I bought in 2021 and they were my everyday running shoes at one point. Like if I was leaving the house to run an errand, if I was just like kind of doing a lot of activities, I would reach for the pink shoes. They are super dirty now. And they're starting to rip a little, but they're overall in good condition. They're just not the nicest anymore. Like they're just looking really worn. And when I wore them last, they were extra dirty because I had been out walking like in the actual forest. And so all like the dirt on the ground was like kind of kicking up and they were looking extra worse for wear. And a thought crossed my mind where I went, wouldn't it just be nice to have like a new pair of running shoes? Wouldn't it be nice? So I went to Sport Check a couple days later. I went with my partner to get some hockey stuff. While he was trying on some stuff that he just like wanted a moment by himself with, I went to check out the shoes and I saw all of these shoes and I went, it would be so nice if I got new shoes. So I tried on a bunch of shoes. I tried on like 6 pairs of shoes and they were all just kind of okay. And when I tried on my last pair, I was like, that was my exact thought. These are all okay. And then I was like, wait, what's the bar? What's the metric here? Like, what am I using them for? How would I know if this was a good purchase or if this meets my shoe needs if I don't even know what my shoe needs are? Like, what would I wear these for? Where would I wear these? I had some time on my hands, so I was thinking to myself, where would I wear these? Okay, not for forest walks because I have these dirty shoes to use them for. Okay, it's not for forest walks. Would I wear them to like run errands? No, I have other shoes for that. Would I wear them to the gym? No. Would I wear them out on like date nights or like walking around town? No. So what the hell am I buying a new pair of shoes for? Where am I actually gonna wear them? Because there was no real indication, no real place that I would wear these shoes. Because we're getting to the time of year where I am wearing boots more often and not shoes. And like the one or two occasions that I would be wearing like running shoes would not be the occasion for these new shoes. I have other shoes. So am I just going to buy these to sit around? No. The last thing to talk about is an e-reader. Now, I've been reading up a storm this year. As of the filming of this video, I have finished 94 books. I'm working on book 95, but I might actually DNF it, to be honest. Currently, I'm on like chapter 5 of Cackle. I don't remember who the author is, but it's like a Halloween kind of witchy book. I have an e-reader. My partner got it for me in, I think, 2018. And he got it secondhand, which I very much appreciate. And at that point, it was already, I think, like a year or two old. It's probably from 2016 or 17. So probably like 8-9 years old at this point. Just because something is old doesn't mean that it's not usable anymore. It's not inherently not of value or not functional. And one of the reasons why I don't use it much anymore is because the process of getting books onto my e-reader is a nightmare. My library used to have an app that you could put on your computer, like you could download it to your computer. They no longer have it. They just have like a web browser. The web browser does not function the same as their app that they used to have. So I can no longer just press download under the book and have it download directly to my e-reader. I have to take the book, put it to my computer, then take the book from my computer and put it to my e-reader, which is so annoying that I don't want to do it. I would rather read on my laptop than go through that process every time I want to read a book. It's just so inconvenient. And so I went, I'll just get a new e-reader. It'll be more modern. It'll be more up to date. I could probably go through all that business directly on the e-reader. So I went online, I went to my cart, and I went, wait a second. Wait a second. I caught myself so quick for the stupidity of this because zero thought went into it. I just added an e-reader that looked nice to my cart. And I'm like exposing myself a little bit here. Didn't have a budget. Didn't really know the features of this e-reader. Didn't actually know if this would solve my problem because there's a chance that whatever e-reader I put in my cart would be the same process of getting books to my e-reader as the one I have now. Buying a new e-reader doesn't inherently solve my problem. So getting a new e-reader isn't a problem per se, but if I want to buy one, there has to be a budget. And I didn't have one, and I would have to know its features. Putting a random e-reader into my cart without doing much research is indicative to me of somebody who just wants to shop, somebody who is like in a spending moment, and that's exactly what it was. I told myself that if I go and do my research and I also figure out a budget that I could buy one, but I would have to do both of those things in order to buy one. A week went by, I did none of those things, and I went, yep, I was in a spending mood and this is actually not a good purchase. And I was able to just kind of put it to the sidelines. And there may be a time in the future not being Black Friday, but the future being next year, year after, who knows? But there may be a time in the future where it may make sense to change my e-reader unless I'm willing to put in the work to do the research. And also, there may be some features of my e-reader that I have right now that I don't actually know about. So until I explore my current e-reader and its features to see if I can fix the problem or the annoyances, buying a new one won't actually make sense. And I might be able to solve my problems. So until I do that, I'm not allowed to buy one. It's just not a thought through purchase. There may be a time in the future where I am willing to do that and where it may make sense to replace my current e-reader. But until I'm in a moment where I'm willing to fix my current problems or annoyances, then it's not a good buy. And it's just representative of somebody who wants to spend some money, wants to shop, and spending it on a hobby is just a way for me to justify spending money. It's just a way for me to reframe a want and put it in a context that makes more sense. Put it in the context of a hobby or something that I do all the time. So that's everything from me today. Those are all of the things that I've wanted to buy, that I've tried to justify, but I don't need and I'm not gonna buy. The only caveat here are like my little sticker budget, but in the grand scheme of things, if I bought all of this stuff, this would have been hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. The e-reader alone, those are like $200. I like doing these videos because I compile a bunch of stuff that I've wanted over a few weeks. I do find it fun to see just how quickly my mind can change. Or once some time and space has passed, I realize I'm a bit more rational and logical and realize that stuff wasn't good buys. And I like seeing all the stuff that I didn't buy, all the money that I saved by just like waiting a little bit and talking it through. So what's some stuff that you wanted to buy lately that you were able to talk yourself down from? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. So thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me today, and I hope to see you again around here soon for another video. Bye.